Hey, guys. I've got some real juicy stuff for you today because I have been seeing a lot of industry-related commentary around, I've got a new service and I don't know how to promote it and how do I get people to buy it? And, people almost hitting a roadblock when they've invested in a new service or a modality and it's like, well, now what? Now what do I do to make it amazing? And I want to talk to you about event launch strategy because I feel like this is an area that people get a bit stuck. So particularly in the skin and beauty industry, but I think it could apply to everyone. I think it could apply to hair, even if you were thinking about running events in hair. But the common industry standard for launching a new service at an event, I don't think works. Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions to the rule. I think there are some clinics and salons out there that have probably been doing events for a really long time that have perfected the craft. But again, because I think they've tweaked it and modified it and changed it over the years, and they've found the magic formula, I suppose, that works for their business. But overall, I believe the old standard event where you have a launch night, you have 30 or 40 people come along, you sell packages, I think it's dead. And I'll tell you why. Because when I first started my skin clinic, I road tested that strategy for a couple of years, and there was a few fundamental problems that I found with the one-to-many event. Now, when I say one-to-many, when you think about the mechanics of an event, basically what normally happens is you have a rep or, a couple of people from the company that belong to whatever it is that you're selling or launching. You have a couple of team members and you have yourself, and then you have 30, 40, 50, 60. I once had 100 people at an event once, right? Now, when you're trying to facilitate one-to-many, it's really challenging. Like, there is lots of people that are coming forward wanting to ask you questions. People are wanting to buy things, but they're not getting enough one-on-one time for you to actually close the sale. It's chaos, in my opinion. And it was definitely, I feel like when I looked at when I was running the events, who bought compared to who didn't buy, I feel like there was a lot of missed opportunity of hot prospects on the night that potentially walked out the front door because they didn't get the attention and the service and the questions answered in a one-to-one way like they were supposed to. So I have successfully launched this strategy that I'm going to share with you across a number of different clinics and have noticed unbelievable results. In one clinic, across an event, and we did one night. The first night we did like $360,000 in sales. Like, this is next level, right? And then we had a strategy after this type of event to continue to sell and get people invested in the offer. But basically, we did a consultation structure event. So what that includes is you actually get people in for a one-on-one, and you can have launch days. So you might have, on a Friday and a Saturday, a heap of booked back-to-back consultations that you've sold tickets for, or if it's a new treatment or whatever it is, they've purchased that treatment at a in an offer, for example, and they get to come along and sample it. And then they get that one-to-one time with you to actually map out the where to from here, whether it's the package or the subscription plan or whatever it is going forward. But they're getting the experience. So you're allowing them to see, touch, feel, experience the treatment, which is a big tick in terms of people then increasing their level of investment and their interest in what you have to offer. And then you also have the one-to-one time where you're able to answer any of the questions they've got, overcome any objections, just respond to anything that they need to clarify whether this is going to be a good service or treatment to add into their treatment plan or whatever it is. And I would say that not only do you make more sales, but you get more longer term investment from the clients if you're presenting things like packages, subscription plans. You know, they're much more willing to commit at that level when they've had that one-on-one time with you. So if you're new to this and you're looking at launching, or even if you're just looking at the event space and going, well, how do I run a successful event? My recommendation or my suggestion to you would be to look at the consultation style event as opposed to the one-to-many. Because first of all, I think it's a lot easier to manage. And like I said, I think that the sale comparison and the level of investment from those that have attended a one-to-many event versus a consultation structure event is just, it's not comparable, in my opinion, when I've looked at the results across the two different structures. I've got a client who is launching Hydrofacial at the moment, and like everybody else, went and booked a launch night. She's got the Hydrofacial people coming out, and it's a one-to-many. And I said, look, my feedback was to her, we need to, if we want to launch this well, we need to move to a consultation style structure. What about if we rework this, and at your one-to-many event, why don't we just sell those consultations? As far as it includes a treatment, obviously, and you might have an offer available on the night for them to purchase that treatment/consultation at a amazing offer, whatever's included in that, and then you book out that the consultation event spots on the night. You don't try and sell package and subscription plans on the night. You're literally just funneling them into a one-to-one intervention to then be able to on-sell. So that's what she's working on now. So just something to think about, guys. I know sometimes the event space can be very hit and miss for people. It can be sometimes something that people just go, oh, it's just too hard. Like, I just don't have time, or it's just overwhelming, or I don't know where to start. And it's just, you know, I feel like the consultation structure style event, you do it all day anyway. You just do it in a different way. When you do it in this way, you're just adding a different context or a different frame around it, which is, it's an event style offering as opposed to just your everyday consult/treatment style intervention. So I think there's less to get your head around in that department.